Hi Matt's Garage fan. Some of you guys asked for me to do a video on this headliner install. Here I am unboxing this camel colored headliner I bought off Amazon, 2 yards. This is for the K2500. I pulled the headliner out. It's got this foam backing and I had to take a steel wire brush and vacuum with the brush attachment and scrape off all the old foam. You have to get all the old foam off. So I'm putting this headliner, I'm laying it out on a clean piece. Now it's in pretty rough shape, the actual headliner backing, and if I was doing a restoration I would probably replace it. But given this is for a work truck, I just want this headliner up and off of my head. I'm trimming the excess here, leaving enough to cover the sun visors, which don't match. This is camel colored, the sun is more of a tan. The sun visors are more of a tan, but no less. You lay it out, you grab yourself some headliner glue, and you lay half of the headliner back over on top of itself. Make sure you have enough on the edges to pull the edges up and over the back side of the headliner. Shake the can really good. I'd used this previously, so the nozzle was a little fouled. Wipe that off, and then it started spraying fine again. And you just go through and cover the whole thing in this schmutz. Try to keep one clean hand. I mean, you're going to get glue on parts of your hand, but you want to keep one hand clean in case you need to handle the top side of the fabric. I was able to actually keep both of my gloves pretty clean, so it didn't end up being an issue. And so, you just spray along. You want to cover every inch because anything you don't get, the gravity will take hold and start pulling down. And I found that one can just got me through this. I'd sprayed it a little bit before on other stuff. So one can just got me through an extended cab headliner. This is the mistake here, guys. I should have just rolled it off, and instead I laid it over, and then I ended up trying to rip it off, and it took some of the backing off. Had this been a restoration job, I would have had to have completely ripped this off and started again, but I kind of let it go. It's a bit wrinkled where the visor covers on the passenger side, but I just dealt with it. I mean, I really, it's kind of cheesy. I don't like doing low quality work, but in this case, again, work truck, I just decided to grin and bear it and live with it. Now doing the other side, you flip off the half that doesn't have glue, and this time I did it correctly. I took my time, nice and slow, roll it, work it in, roll it, work out the wrinkles as you're going. Don't let it drop on there without it being rolled on. Just kind of gently with my forearm, working it into the contours and smoothing out all the wrinkles. It's pretty forgiving stuff, but you just never want to separate it again because the foam will come off the material and then you'll be back to square one. So I flip it over, and here I am just cutting out, there's some Velcro backing that sticks up onto the Velcro hook for the sheet on the sheet metal in the cab. Just cutting those out, working the edges up and over, and getting it smoothed out, and then I'll take some scissors and clean up the corners. Honestly, the hardest part is getting it out of the cab without breaking the clips. Molding remover would be good. Knowing how the clips go into place, almost everything pulls either straight out or straight down on the Chevy. There's not an angle. So I ended up breaking a bunch of clips and epoxying them back in, some of which held, some didn't. I learned a lot from this. I mean, again, if this was a restoration, I would have been heartbroken. So this was great practice to do this on a work truck. You can definitely do it. There's no magic to it at all. They wanted $350 for me to do this at a professional upholstery shop. And considering this is a work truck, this is fine. It looks great in the truck. You'd never even notice because the wrinkles there on the left are covered up by the sun visor. So I'm really happy with it, and you can go out and do it yourself. Shoot me an email at mattsgarageshow@gmail.com if you have any questions, and yeah, I'll let you know any other tips and tricks. See you next time.